an intro music or something.
We
I'm sure you
absolutely
can add
do
that.
need intro music, and since we're live now, we should definitely make a note of that for next time. So, Ben, I think you've named this Northern Offensive, and we're here tonight with myself, you, and John to discuss the upcoming tournament taking place the 10th of February at Black Knight Games, In the Mood for War. This is the second In the Mood tournament. And John, do you want to give any details about it before we carry on?
I don't.
Fair enough. So we have 9 tables, 18 players. John did inform me with his verbose ways that 8 of these 9 matchups are due to grudge matches. The 9th is just lucky James, who was the odd person out and gets to play against John with his ogre list. So that's some ogre on ogre violence. You'll notice that the units, this is a 2,500 point tournament with one special character costing 100 points for a total of 2,600 points. But of the 2,500 points, some people, I don't know who, have gone as low as 11 units and 20 unit strength. And some people have gone as high as 19 units and 33 unit strength. So a whole range.
Some good players, some people that are just idiots, yes.
Well, which is which, we'll find out on the tables on Saturday. So I think this is 3 rounds. And how long are the rounds for the clock, John?
105 minutes. Well, 65 minutes each. So hour and 5 minutes on the clock per player.
Hour and 5 minutes to run a 2,500 point game means it's going to be going pretty quickly. I'm wondering if that's going to play into any of the Twilight Kin individuals not knowing their army list, not having practice with it, and having clock issues.
And anybody with more than 11 units.
Well, if you have more than 11 units, yes, that could cause clock issues. So once again, the Northeast Canadian section seems to have ogres as the predominant army, followed closely by dwarfs. But Twilight Kin are making an appearance. So I think everyone thinks that is the new and upcoming hotness, but we will see. So beginning with table number 1, John, if you want to go through Alex's list, just briefly.
So Alex has some Corsairs, some Mutants, some Phantoms, some Impalers, some Void Skiffs, 3 Crones with Weakness as his crutch, a Navigator on Void Skiff, and a Void Lurker, which is the big flying Titan. We're pretty sure he just did a poor job copying Corey Reynolds' homework because it's similar but not quite as good.
Yeah, I mean, where's the planar apparition? Come on. If it's going to be a net list, it needs the planar apparition.
And Ben, Nathan's list.
Orcs and more orcs. Actually, I've played against Nathan with he's actually had a practice game against me. So it's 4 Unforged, 1 Reforged Legionnaires, 2 more Reborn. Oh, Christ, there goes my eyes. 2 Hell Strikers, which are a pain in the ass to deal with. 3 War Drums, and War Drums should be banned because they're terrible, terrible, terrible things. The Shrine, a Flagger, 3 Stormcallers, which are better than you think, and the God Speakers with Fireball will eat you up.
So I'm actually kind of curious about how this army goes. I think the Hellstriker hordes with boots and rams are like the best items you can give heavy cavalry that can fly 10.
Yeah.
I think the war drums will give him a lot more staying power than what Alex is expecting. So I'm going to always vote for Nathan over Alex because it's Alex.
And I'm going to vote for Nathan over Alex because it's Alex.
That's a sweep for Nathan.
And no planar apparition. I mean, come on.
I'm actually excited to hopefully be able to play Twilight Kin at some point this weekend because I want to see how they work. But maybe Alex might not be the person to play against me. We'll see. So on table 2, we have Steve versus Seth. And I'll begin with Steve's list. He's playing Night Stalkers, 2 Scarecrow Hordes, Tormentors, Butchers, 1 with Sharpness, which is a lot of points, and Blessing is, they're both significant point sinks. Soulflyer Regiments, Boots and Ram. Again, if you're flying, those are the items to give. Void Skiffs, Summoner Crones, 3 Mind Screeches, one of which is a planar operation. The Horror, Lord knows how to pronounce that. We just call it Shakira. The Dread Fiend, and the Void Lurker. So it's a solid Night Stalker list. It has a lot of ability to hit back with the Butcher Hordes. I think he'll do quite well. But then he's up against Seth, who is John.
He's me.
No, yeah, you get to go.
He's running the Iron Guard regiments with Mastiffs, 2 Iron Watch Hordes, which is a lot of shooting, and 2 Sharpshooter troops. Only 1 Golix Fury, 2 Steel Behemoths, a Dwarf Stone Priest, and 2 Warsmiths. So he is going to be very, very slow, but he has a lot of shooting lined up for you.
I think, unfortunately, he's fighting Night Stalkers.
Yeah, the stealth is going to come into play big time in this match. He's going to be shooting a lot on 6s, and it's going to probably limit the damage he can do.
Did they know what army they were playing when they chose to fight each other?
No.
Okay. So Steve out-meted Seth is what it looks like going in.
Well, they didn't know, but Steve's been running his Night Stalkers on Friday nights and working on them for a long time now, and Seth just recently dipped into Dwarves, so they should have had an idea of what was coming down the pipeline.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm going to go with Steve because there's a lot of points on shooting, and I'm not sure Seth is going to get the value out of that in the first round.
How does he get Void Skiffs in a Night Stalker army?
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Well,
it's definitely wrong.
What happens when you
look? It's Soul Flayers instead of. I'm still going with. I don't know. Seth has been getting better and better and better. I've played against Seth as well. I'm going to take Seth over this. I think the toughness is going to be way too hard for him to kind of eat through, especially with the Steel Behemoths.
And especially with no Void Skiffs.
Especially no, like, come on. Come on.
Okay, we'll go to table 3, and I hope I don't have any further Twilight Kin associated with the dwarfs.
I think you have it on your mind. That's what
I definitely do.
Well, you've definitely got elves on your mind here. I mean, some idiot decided to play elves. So,
well, Ben, do you want to read the dwarf list that you're up against? And actually, I'll read the dwarf list because it's not fair for you, and then you can talk about how you came up with yours. So the dwarfs have 3 Iron Guard regiments with Mastiffs, Shield Breaker Regiment, which I actually like because it's now crushing 2. The Ranger Regiments, Iron Watch Regiment, 3 Sharpshooter troops, 2 Brock Rider troops, a regiment, the Mastiff Hunting Pack, Steel Behemoth, Dwarf Army Standard, Warsmith, Flame Priest, and Dwarf on Large Beast. It's actually a lot of shooting, which you probably don't want to see.
Yeah, it's almost the same as the last time that I played him in the first round and decided to let's play him again because that worked out well the first time.
Did you win the first time?
No, I did not. Yeah, he not only outplayed me, but my dice said, "No, you're an idiot. Get down to the bottom."
What? Do we know the first scenario yet?
Nope.
Okay.
And I don't think should we know? Well, he's got a smile. He's not twitching his mustache.
None of your business.
Well, I decided for some goddamn reason to bring in elves. I was going to play Twilight Kin and then started looking at things. Went, I wonder how 3 dragons would do. And just ended up with this monstrosity because nobody said this was an absolutely ridiculous idea. So 3 Glade Stalkers, 1 regiment of the Sea Breeze because I actually really like that unit. 2 hordes of Drakon Riders because if you're going to take dragons, take more dragons. An Archmaid with Bane and Heal because it's funny. She's also got the Emma of the Fire Hearts, so she can do it both at one time. Nimue because Nimue is just awesome, and Cloak of Death is one of my favorite things. And then not just 2 dragons, but 3, and one of them's a special character. So we're going to see how many times I can make them do a moonwalk. But yeah, this is 11 drops of I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to have fun.
Well,
I think you cheaped out.
Somebody on this cast, I'm not going to say who, but somebody told me to bring a 4th dragon.
Yeah, it was me. I think you cheaped out big time. You definitely could have squeezed a 4th dragon in, 10 drops, lean and mean, get rid of the mage with Bane Chant heal. Who gives a shit? If your stuff gets wounded, it's dead anyways. And Bane Chant, you got 4 dragons at that point. You don't need Bane Chant. Come on.
So, well, it's your buddy on here that told me to take Bane Chant to make sure, and I was like, why not?
You're going to get into these games and you're going to be like, damn it, I wish I had a 4th dragon.
Well, I actually did write a list with a 4th dragon.
About the 4 dragon option.
Did. Well, you take away Nim and the Sea Breach, and you can actually get her.
Yeah, I know.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, but it's so much fun at the same time. I wanted Nim. Like, really, she's got the heal, and she's also, at one point in time, this thing went through about 5 really quick renditions after playing 3 games of Twilight Kin and going, should really take Twilight Kin. And then I heard Alex was taking Twilight Kin, and I'm like, well, it can't be good then. I mean, if some new player that we've never seen before is going to take them, then yeah, can't be good. So take the real elves. I'm fully expecting to be destroyed here. Erasmus has an entire army's worth of drops compared to mine. It's my 11 versus his 19. I'm gonna beat him on clock. He's gonna be like an extra 2.5 minutes on putting down the stuff.
And he has an extra 10 unit strength, so he can move every through. The master.
I love Erasmus. I honestly do. I think he's fantastic to play against. He's a lot smarter in this game than he even realizes. The Flame Priest is amazing. I'm going to get my ass handed to me. It's just going to be fun. So,
okay. Well, John, I don't have anything to add to that.
I'm voting for Erasmus. I've played his list. I think it's good, and your 11 drops are going to get chewed up fast. So
absolutely destroyed. I'm expecting turn one of my dragons to be dead.
I'd kill a unit of Drakens first. They're higher volume of attacks.
Shh. Come on.
Yeah. Kill the Drakens first.
The Drakens are lower nerve. Higher likelihood of killing them.
Exactly. Way more likely to kill on the first turn.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything we can do for you, Ben?
Table 4.
So table 4, we have Twilight Kin again, because I'm always thinking about Twilight Kin. This one was a very different list than Alex. So this person clearly put originality and original thought into it with the Voidwalkers, the Fleet Wardens, the Weavers, the Mutant Regiments. Okay, that's a common. Phantoms, Mind Screech, Navigator. Only 1 Summoner Crone and not with weakness. So I'm shocked by how this one's going to go.
That's because he's a nice man that understands that people need friends.
Well, yes. And it has Mikal and the Void Lurker. So I think every Twilight Kin is running that Void Lurker, so it must be absolutely terrifying.
The Void Lurker is a great unit. It's only defense 4, but it's got regen. It's a Titan that flies 20. Like, it's a nasty piece that you can get around where you need to. So I would probably take more than 1 if I played Twilight Kin.
I played a Night Stalker list with 3 of them in it to try out, and I don't know about what it is with me and 3 flying dragons, but it's a really good unit. It's just missing something in my opinion. It's missing just something.
No,
it really is.
No, no.
It's probably me, to be completely honest. It's probably a better general, like anybody. Like a 3-year-old child could probably play this better than me, but yeah.
Well, John, do you want to run us through Ren's list?
Sure. So Ren's got some Draugr, the human tribesmen, but I believe he's got them upgraded to be the better Crushing Strength 2 ones. 2 Mounted Suns regiments, which are awesome. Frostfang Horde, Jabberwock, Frost Giant Magus, a Lord that I assume has stuff, a Lord on Frostfang, and a Lord on Chimera, which at unit strength 2 is now a great piece to put on the table.
Yeah, and elite. That thing has just about everything on it. It's really good.
Yeah, go for it.
I think the Lord on Chimera does a lot for this list because it gives you that movement 10 threat piece. Because the other Varangur list doesn't have the Lord on Chimera, and I'm like, I think you're just missing that one flying threat piece, which everyone has to kind of respect.
Well,
Unless you're running 3 dragons, then you don't care.
Well, then you've got 3 of those pieces. So
then you got 3 of them. Yeah.
Is sharpness on the Frostfang Horde overkill?
no, they hit on 4s. 4s are the most unreliable of all time. So
I kind of disagree. Frostfang, I just think it shouldn't be a horde. I actually really like the Frostfangs as a regiment. 15 attacks, hitting on 4s with Strider, Crush 2. I love it. I think they're great. I've tried to get LaHaye to play them. He won't. I'm like, do what you want, man. But I'm a big thing of not the horde, but I think the horde is too much of a I'm going to shoot the living crap out of you. But hey, Ren is the only American coming up with the balls to try and do this. So I mean, where are the rest of his friends? Like, come on.
Fair enough. So I'm going to vote tie on this one since I don't really know. I mean, you know what?
Well,
commit.
Come on, give us one.
I might go Berenger, Ren. I think he has the speed to just outspeed the Twilight Kin by a little bit. And I think he hits hard enough that even the Twilight Kin with their fancy, I'm going to be +1 defense this turn, it won't matter because the human tribesmen are upgraded. The mountain suds hit like rich houses. Frostfang Horde with sharpness does the same thing. And the Frost Giant just doesn't care.
This is true. Robert is a great guy. He plays a lot of different armies. I don't think he's played the Twilight King list yet. And after playing it even a couple of times, I'm still looking back. I think he's going to have time issues. And I mean, Ren's almost got a great name. Almost. It's one letter away from being like one of the better names. So we have to go with him.
I'm going to go with Robert. He's got the Ensnare units. He's got the Phalanx units. He's got the Lightning Bolt units. And then he's got Chaff he can throw at stuff. And Mikhail gets bonuses against big monsters like Jabberwocks and Frost Giants.
So he counters just about everything. Yeah.
Yep. So
I just think it's going to be
right and lines it up right. I think he can do it.
Yeah. Robert, I love you, mate, but I think Ren's got this one for you.
I think this might be one of the tables I'd actually want to watch and see.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good one.
I've never seen a Jabberwock on the table. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
So Ben, do you want to run us through Mike's Dwarfs?
Mike's Dwarves, I mean, have they changed at any point in time? It's the Shieldbreaker Horde, 3 units of Sharpshooters, 2 units of Brocks, 2 units of Massive Packs, which I'm pretty sure have got dogs with them. Gallic Fury, a Stone Priest, Faber Ironheart, which is auto-include now, a Dwarf on Large Beast, and the Formation. I really like the Formation. I honestly do. Bulwarkers are better than you expect them to be. The Ironclad are just a pain in the ass to take care of, and the Army Standard Drug gives elite, if I'm right.
Yes. He gives elite to all the regular infantry, including the Shieldbreaker Horde with Pipes of Terror.
Yeah, and I actually really do like the Shieldbreakers a lot. I think they're better in Free Dwarves, but having Scout, and I think they can get something else as well, but just Scout with that is just amazing.
But if I recall, and I don't think I screwed this one up, but I'm verifying, I don't think Mike actually put dogs on dogs.
Did he not put dogs on dogs?
I don't believe so. I am verifying this one because
I was playing them on UB, and I think they had. I can't remember if they had. I thought they had dogs.
No dogs on dogs on this list.
Well, no dog on dog action. I mean,
you might have skipped that for the 3rd Sharpshooters. He used to only play 2.
Blessing and Slashing just hurts my soul. Like, the correct thing is boots and Helm with the Drunken Ram. You have 2 cavalry units. That's what you take.
Well, I'm already not gonna we can do Ryan's thing in a second, but I'm not already. You don't put dogs on dogs. How can you vote for them? Like how?
I'll do Ryan. Ryan has the Spearman Horde with Hammer of Measured Force. That was my acronym for that. It's 2 Alohi Hordes with Celestial Fury, 2 Ogre Palace Guard Hordes, 2 Paladin Knight Regiments, 3 Phoenixes, because 2 is not enough, one of which is an Ancient. The War Wizard that has Alchemist Curse, and Julius Dragon of Heaven. He's another one of those low unit strength and number of. He's 12 drops, but he has 29 unit strength, so he's actually up there because everything has unit strength with the exception of the War Wizard.
I don't know how those numbers work out.
He has one unit that does not have unit strength. That's it.
It's 3 Phoenixes just going to be funny. I can't wait to see his stuff painted on the table as well. I really do think that like the man can paint. He honestly can. He's a lot of fun to play against. I've played him twice, so we'll see. We'll see what that's like. Julius, oh God.
I think he has the heel to actually go, Mike, you're shooting me. I just don't care.
Don't care.
I have like 20 heal, so okay, cool. But John, you have insider knowledge, so.
I have lots of insider knowledge, but I think it'll just come down to experience for a scenario for this one, and I think Mike will squeak it out because I think he can heal. Ryan can heal off a lot of the chip shooting, so if he doesn't kill a unit per turn, he'll just get most of the wounds back between radiance and heal. So as long as he kills them, they'll be dead. But I think the edge will come on scenario play. Then I'll give that to Mike.
No dogs on dogs. Can't vote for him.
Well, I'm going to go for Ryan because I looked over his list before he submitted it, and I thought that it has enough strength and crushing strength to go through a defense 6 list or defense 5 list. The Paladin Knight Regiment's getting elite when they charge with the Elohai. With Celestial Fury, you should be able to deal with a lot of things, but I guess we'll wait and see. So John's with Mike, and Ben and I are with Ryan.
There we go. Next table, what we got? Oh.
Somebody has to read for my dad because I'm not allowed to.
I'll do it. So okay. Michael Hayes bringing his Northern Alliance. He's got 2 Dwarf Infantry Regiments this time, 2 Ice Naiad Hordes, 2 Ice Elemental Hordes, Frostfang Cav, which is, I haven't seen him play that in a minute, 2 Cavern Dwellers, an Ice Queen with Heal and Bane Chant, Sarakina, a Thane, and Hrim, the legendary Ice Giant.
Well, I stand corrected. He took the Frostfang Cav. Yay.
Well, some of us went with 4 orcs with 4 more axe regiments, 2 long axe regiments, 2 young axe regiments, a great axe regiment, 2 war drums, 2 giants with cleavers because you have to kill big things.
That's
2
right.
tigers, loot and wand because you need more Bane Chant in an orc list. 2 man splitters, 1 with wings of honey maze so that you can get that massive 23-inch charge, and the Altgar the Mad so that you can have your Bane Chant 6 and Fireball 10. So I'm actually worried about the Ice Naiad Hordes. When I played against Mike with my Order of the Green Lady, I had enough speed to be able to do what I want. Playing against him with orcs is a very different army. His ice elementals can sit at 12 inches and shoot me and freeze me and cause me all sorts of pain and suffering. So
you get everything that comes at you because he has 2 nice ice Naiad Hordes because of you.
Yeah.
This is your fault. I hate to vote against you there, Ray, but I'll tell you, if Mike's a better player than he gives himself credit for. He was up on table 2 at our last thing. The man can play. He's beaten me countless times. 3.5 months solid of me running into his 3 Cavern Dweller list, and I couldn't beat the goddamn thing. But now he's finally got Harim and a little bit more hitting power. And he took out he had a Troll Prime in. He played a bunch of games with it, hated it. I think he's going to be a lot happier now with the Thane. I think he's going to settle himself in. It'll be even better when he takes out that other nice Ice Naiad, or I can't say it. But I'm sorry, man. I'm going to go with Mike. Club pride.
I'm not upset by that choice.
I'm also voting for Mike. You're outnumbered. I think he can just keep you back and shove you back with Wind Blast and Ice and just keep you where he wants you.
It will suck.
The man splitters, I didn't realize one had wings. I was like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that. That's going to be something. It really is.
He can just guard his Ice Queen with a Cavern Dweller and chew it up when it lands.
Let's hope. He forgets against me a lot.
I'm going to bet on myself just to like be contrarian because I'm going in this game, but I would say my odds of winning are not in my favor. So, Mike, teach the young one how to play. I can think it better. So now we come up to table 7, Eric versus Paul. Eric's playing Varangur. He has the Draugr Horde, the Human Tribesmen regiments that are upgraded, the Fallen Regiment, which I'm first time I've seen that in a while. Used to be very popular. Mountain Suns, yes, with Ram and Boots. Frostbank Horde. 2 Magnus Conclaves, 2 Frost Giants with Cleavers, 2 Thanes. This is like, it's a solid list, but it just, I wish it had that speed 10 flyer. And I probably would take out the Magnus Conclaves to like, and maybe the Fallen Regiment to give me that Lord on Chimera, just to give me that one piece that can, of course, then I'd not be like Ben's, it'd only have 11 drops, so.
I'm a fan of the conclaves, so what can I say? But yeah, I'd love to see it with the flyer. But Eric's paint job is just gorgeous. It's the one I'm thinking of, right? The yellow.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God, it is absolutely amazing to look at. But I want to go through Paul's because I'm really happy about this. So Paul's bringing 2 units.
Did you design this list, Ben?
What?
Did you help him with this list?
No, I did not. I saw this and my eyes hit the floor. I was like, it just definitely was not from his father either because his father sucks. Engineers. The 2 Forge Handler hordes, the 2 Earth Elemental hordes, only one Woodland Critter, 2 Pegasus, fantastic. Beast of Nature with 7 attacks and wings, a Greater Earth Elemental, the Gladewalker Druid, and not 1 but 2 Tree Herders with a Wilt Father. My God, I am so proud of this kid right now. Don't bring 1 expensive unit. Bring 3 because it's much better in 3s. Did we all sit around and have a conversation? Like, I don't remember having this with people. We got like 2 Frost Giants showing up, 3 dragons, 3 Tree Herders. This is so good. Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
He's been retooling his nature list to be able to kill dwarves. So he just wants to murder dwarves. So he's got Crushing Strength 3 on the tree herders and the Wilt Father. And they kill dwarves real good. Yeah.
Well, he played me the last weekend before the end of in December, and I remember we were talking. He's like, I'm like, you got enough punch. You're just not. You need to play slower. And I guess he decided to play slower by putting in more tree herders. I just love this. I like Def 6 for days. My God, what would I do against this? I have no freaking clue. Like.
And he switched the air elemental hordes for earth elemental hordes, so he's got a lot more durability now.
And,
And don't forget the greater earth elemental is crushing 3 as well. So he has like 4 monsters, 4 titans that do crushing 3. And
Jones waded through that earth elemental for a few years with his brother. We know. Yeah. I am so happy about this, Eric. I'm sorry. I love you, buddy. Your paint job is amazing. But Paul plays 1 scenario. It is kill. And my God, he now has that. And he's playing Varangur, so it's not like Varangur they're going to back up.
I'm also going to go Paul on this match. I think that it's
so
too hard to crack. Yeah.
I am so happy. God, this is going to be great to watch. I almost don't want to play. I just want to watch some of these games.
I'm actually going to be contrarian. I'm going to say Eric. If there's anyone that wants to see defense 6,
this is true. Yeah.
They have crushing strength for days, and they have the speed to get the charges. So, Paul, I love your list. I it's worthy, and you will be my dark horse pick for like top half, top, like possibly third place overall, but I think you have an uphill battle in this first one match.
Yeah. And you keep going on about Ram on it. You said it to me with my my last elf list.
That's 20 attacks on threes with
You're absolutely right.
Thunder 2, Crush 1 now.
Yeah, like you're absolutely right. Every time I look at a mounted unit with Ram on it, I'm like, it's just it doesn't matter. It's perfect. Yeah.
18 attacks because they're not quite as good as top tier Order of the Green Lady. So 18 on threes with like Crush 2, Crush 1, Thunders 2, like the Great Cav.
Yeah.
And then the Frostfang Horde, like, okay, if anything wants to see a tree herder, like the two of those going in will kill it. So Paul, don't let him do it.
He's got Pegasus and Beasts of Nature that he can sprinkle around to stop things from being able to multiply. And woodland critters that can just
critters. He actually plays his woodland critters really well. I always have some sort of trouble with. He puts them in a spot that's like, God damn it! If they were just a half inch to this side instead. So, yeah. But no, I'm
split decision on table 7. Split decisions are good. It means everyone has a chance, except for Mike LaHaye. You have to beat me because everyone.
That's all we're taking. We're just taking your dad beating you.
And Alex has to lose. Like we got the 2. So table 8, we have Nathaniel with his halflings against Imon's ogres. The halflings, 2 rifle hordes, 2 jugger regiments, 3 aeronaut regiments. At this point in time, I was running out. Like all of them have items and stuff. Volley gun, 3 iron beast, muster captain, saucer, muster captain on winged. Aerialez. I'm surprised, Nathaniel, you didn't take the formation. I thought the formation for halflings with their was good, but I think you have a super fast list.
He really likes this list. I've talked to him. I said the same thing to him. I don't know if John's talked to him, but the aeronaut's the one thing that he has on it. He's got a blade of slashing on one of them, which is just fantastic. It is just fantastic. It's like, oh, I missed. Oh, it could be 3 damage. It could be 4. It could be 2. Who knows? It's great. The 3 Iron Beasts are, he's really liking it. Halflings are one of those lists I would like to like dive into just because of all the synergies and everything else it could be. But yeah, he's loving the list right now. He took it to Dead of Winter as well.
The only thing I don't like is the Blessing of the Gods on the Juggers. It's Drunken Ram and Boots.
So disagree because he can give his Juggers all Strider from the saucer or from the muster captain.
Sure.
So he rides around and gives them all Strider, so they don't need boots ever. And then the sorcerer gives them brutal and shit. Like,
but not Ram. You wouldn't want to give him Ram for Thunder's Charge 3?
Nope.
No, you don't need it.
Nope. John's played him. Trust me, you don't need it.
No, he's fine. You're wrong, Ray. You're wrong.
I'm allowed to be wrong.
See what happens when you have a kid? You're no longer good at this game.
Well, it's true. When you have 3, you get really shitty.
You have your own Crossroads team, but there was a reason.
Yeah, I had to have 3 so I could, the concern is if there's a 4th, then I'll be kicked off because it won't be good enough.
That's accurate, yeah.
Yes.
So Eamon's got some ogres. He's got 5 Siegebreaker hordes. That's my style. 2 brave regiments, a mammoth, a giant with cleaver, a sergeant, and Nomgarok. So lean and mean. 5 Siegebreaker hordes are all you need.
Yep. It's just
I think he's hoping for invade.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's ogres. They don't care.
Be disappointed.
Because, like, here's my 5 Siegebreaker hordes. I'm putting them in a line. I'm just going to march across. Like,
it's ogres.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you don't always put them in a line. Sometimes you put one behind the other ones.
Shh. You're not supposed to say that out loud when people can hear you. We don't want ogre players to learn. We don't. Also, the mammoth is crap. I'm saying it online. I don't give a shit. The mammoth is crap. I don't know why people take it. I hate the damn thing. Not because it's good. I just don't like it at all. But and I'm still going. I'm going with the Club Pride yet again. Still the only and yet still makes it us number one and best club in all of Southern Ontario because there's only one of us. Nathan's one of us, so I'm taking Nathan.
I'm actually going to vote for Nathaniel. I think he can outmaneuver for scenario. And Eamon's never run 5 Siegebreaker hordes before. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
Come on, what you pick?
What you got, Ray?
Ogres.
All right.
Ogres because screw you, Ben. You know what? I think it's going to be a scenario, whether it's like dominate or something, and he's just going to use his massive defense 6 to just win.
Don't forget, Nathaniel's got 3 defense 6 units in there tucked away in the Iron Beast as well.
Yeah, but we like to avoid those and forget about them. Actually, I just finished the book about the halflings, where they break away from what's the group that they normally belong to?
Rordia?
Yes.
You know who wouldn't know what that is? Alex. He would never know what a Rordia army looks like.
I'm shocked you knew what it was. I didn't think you could read.
I can't read. I listen.
Yeah, it was a good book. I actually appreciated it. So that might be a future conversation over a beer. But then we come to the final table, which was the only non-grudge match.
Yep.
Civil War.
And I'm going to let Ben talk about James's list before John discusses why he took it.
Yeah. Ogres, James, you got the O and the J the wrong way around. So OJ here, he's got 4 units of Goblin Rabble. Still think it's way too many. 3 warrior hordes. He does have the Legion. I was wrong. You're absolutely right. 2 warrior chariot regiments, a boomer chariot troop, which I actually really like. 3 warlocks, a warlord, and Nom, because everybody has to take Nom.
And his warlord's on a chariot.
His warlord's on a chariot?
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
So for some reason, I didn't think he was either. See, reading.
Oh, no, he is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, John, what you got?
So I've got one of Ryan King's old armies. So he was looking to part ways with his ogre list, which was 2 Goblin Scout regiments, 3 chariot hordes, a boomer chariot troop. The rest of that I got from him was the formation with the 2 regiments and the warlord on chariot. And then I've added a few things of my own. Some extra warlocks, Nomgarok, a bigot, and a crocodog wrangler. So
I absolutely love the crocodile wranglers.
Yeah.
He's a great unit. I bought the whole army to use as ideally a ringer army because it's fairly straightforward and it's also hilarious. It's all chariots. It deploys the whole width of the board. It is terrifying how mobile it is.
I just want to play Chariots of Fire the moment I see this thing. It goes off in my head. It really does. Oh, mate. We were talking before about when the last time James had played. I can't remember the last time James has played. I'm so glad he's bringing the Legion. You brought it to Dead of Winter there, John, and showed some really crafty things to do with that big-ass Legion of warriors. It is a pain in the ass to get rid of. Man, I what happens with Nom? Does he run from one side of the table to the other? He just kind of casts a spell and goes, wait a minute. And then he runs back to the other side of the table and goes, okay.
He just forgets what side he's on, yeah. It's going to be a tough match. I mean, the Goblin regiments usually deploys in front of his hard-hitting stuff, which means you got to get through that first. And I don't really have any range to do that. So we're going to see who can outpunch the other.
Yep. This is... If he plays it right, if he plays it slow enough, I honestly don't know. I'm kind of at odds here. I'll go with the engineer.
No.
Shock twist at the end. I'm gonna say James ekes it out at the end. I don't know what the scenario is. That we honestly don't know what John does, but I'm sure he's not picking just to make himself do well. So I'm going to say James wins in a minor scenario victory that is shocking to everybody. That's what I'm including James himself. I swear he goes to the opposite table at the beginning of round 2. That's what I think is going to happen.
That is a spicy take. I honestly don't remember what scenario was first. I did them all days ago, so it's already left my mind.
At first I was like, yeah, John has this. He has the speed advantage. He's just going to thump James.
I should say he's got plenty of chariots in there.
It matters how many times he twists the mustache and if James can resist. Because if James can resist, he's got a chance.
Resist.
I'm having trouble now. I really am.
I like the 4 goblin regiments. I know we were poo-pooing it, saying, 4 is too many, but I think in this matchup, 4 is the right number.
I'm a bigger fan with 2 or 3. I think it's 1 too many, but
nope.
I don't know, man.
In front of his 4 punchy units.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and you got to get through the goblins before you can get to that. And when you kill the goblins, then he charges you with ogres.
That's hopefully. Well, he knows how to do that. I know he knows how to do that because he's tried it against me many times. So
for that reason, I'm going with. He also has a lot of lightning. Like he could get up to what lightning 25.
25. Oh, yeah. Nom. Yeah, I forgot about Nom.
So he has enough lightning to take out the goblin scout regiments and cause issues. So,
well. That Wrangler is...
If he can see them.
John can't just sit there and do nothing. He has to...
That's what you think.
I am picking James, John.
All right.
I'm loving this.
Well, obviously I'm going to pick myself. I mean, I'm not going to choose me.
Well, I understand that thought process.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's 2 against 1, just like there were 2 against 1 before.
Wait a minute. Ray didn't choose Ray. I didn't choose me, but
no, Ray chose Ray.
Ray chose Ray.
Yeah. Did Ray choose Ray?
And you didn't choose you.
Because everybody knows this is... Look, I won last year. So somebody else is going to win this year. So, unless the dragons go nuts. Who knows?
We shall see.
We shall see.
But it will also be an official club face-off because all 4 members of the A-team are slated to play. So we'll see how well the Murder Garage does against us.
Oh, is the A-team an official club now?
No.
We always have been.
No, they haven't. They're a team.
However, we provide all the events for you. So it's hard to have us all play at the same time. However, fortune favors us, and all 4 of us are going to be playing.
Hey, this is the first time all 4 of you are going to be there for a while. I mean, technically, there's 5 of you now. You did take Amon with you, so
that's true. Yeah, you know what? He can play for us this time too.
There you go. There you go. It's about time that another club has decided to step up.
So with that, approaching 45 minutes, does anyone have any picks for who is going to first place and then somebody who might surprise the field?
Well, I'm taking Paul. I'm all in on Paul. I am completely in on Paul, and probably Nathan. I think those are the 2 that I'm going to watch the most. Like I said, Nathan knows what he's doing. He really wants Reforged to work. The list was slightly different when he played it against me, but I think he knows basically what he's doing with it, and it's a lot of units, but I think he can pull it off. And Paul, I just see somebody slamming into Paul's shit and going, yeah, nothing's moving. I'm going to root myself here and you're screwed. So those are my 2.
I think I'm going to go with Ryan's Basilians. I think they have the speed to surprise people. And I think Paul is my... I really like his list, and I'll be curious to see how it goes.
All right. I think that Mike going back to dwarves will be good for him, and he should finish fairly well. And I think that Steve's going to do pretty good with his Night Stalkers.
Okay. So after this tournament, the next one coming up is Kings of War March of Death 2, which is taking place in the first weekend of March. So I'm pulling up my calendars to confirm and not give the wrong date. The 2nd, 3rd of March. And it will also take place at Black Knight Games. If you have the opportunity, you should go buy a ticket. It's $2,500 the first day and then $19.95 the second day. A link to it will be on the Facebook page in the Kings of War Ontario and Kings of War Canada Facebook groups, in addition to others.
Yep, and real players will be going here. Some players might be going to some other tournaments that may or may not be a pilgrimage or something. But
I mean, that one.
I mean, real players, they play in the north. That's all I'm saying. I mean, come on. Come on.
I agree. Anyone have any closing remarks? I'm looking forward to the one day. This will be my first one. I think this will be my first one day in Canada. So it should be a good tournament.
In Canada. Oh, I did not know this.
I've only shown up for this will be my 3rd Canadian tournament ever. So
yeah, you've only played you played at the King Beyond the Wall, and you played at the previous March of Death.
Yeah. So this will be my 3rd Canadian tournament. I'm looking forward.
Well, welcome back. Jeez.
Well, that's all I have. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ben, for showing up tonight. And I wish everyone a good night. And I hope to see you, if not in the mood, then at March of Death too.
Thanks for hosting, Ray. We'll see you Saturday.